Hello, it's Karmatos. I have a Thememe ladder deck for us, and it's Die 95 Thesen with Luther, the Warlord, the Master of Caliban. And what does Luther do? For 2 energy, he gives -3 to an enemy this turn. So what's the Thememe here? Just to maximize that power. How are we going to do that? We're going to maximize Duplicitous, we're going to maximize Flank, we're going to throw in a couple of power stealth units, and then just sprinkle a little bit of irresistible charisma. And maybe a little Alderuk. I think I said that one right. So, we are going to thumb through this. We're going to go watch 8 ladder matches with like a 7-to-1 ratio. And yeah, so let's thumb it. We have our Aruic Recon. These guys are nice because they're a source of anti-stealth. There's really not too much in this deck, and it's just a nice 3-2. If you play it first turn and you don't have a second turn play, give the enemy Warlord -3 and hit him for 3. Then they still have to deal with this. It's good stuff. I should note that because of Luther's power being completely useless on the first turn, is why we run as many 2 costs as we can, or at least 6. 7 with Lord Malkiel. That's why there's no Melgator. I guess I could have thrown something like Kai in here, but it just didn't quite fit the Thememe for something like Kai. Other good contenders is the Mechanicum 2/2 stealth that you pay 1, deny an enemy stealth. That would be an appropriate first turn play, because then it's guaranteed to live the first turn, hit the enemy for 2, etc. Or the 3/1 stealth. Also a good 2 energy cost pick. Astartes Recruit. 2/3 Duplicitous. Yeah, just a little bit thicker than those other 2 stealth options. I liked it. Hadwin Squad. Yeah, Duplicitous, Sneak Attack, 2/2. I played this first turn, and if you go first, they're going to have a bad time. What are we? Medium? We're medium. Lord Malkiel. Oh yeah, come on. Duplicitous, 0, gain 1 energy. It's going to ramp you up. And I think in one of these games, I'm going to have 2. I'll show you how. Horus Squad. Jos. Duplicitous Rally puts a Jaeger into play. Now, I didn't target Jaegers as a staple of this, because if you're going to give minus attack to something, having that indirect poke is kind of silly. Like, it's not a super synergy with the Thememe, but this is just a good Duplicitous troop that also happens to pop out a Jaeger, so I took it on that ground. Master Ramiel. Yeah, this wins you the game. Holy crud. It's 3 to give your entire troop board +2 attack, and it's very sticky because if they have no board and they don't have flank, they're going to then need a tactic, and if they don't have that, it has to be a 3 damage tactic. It's just amazing. Jubak. I thought this would be fun to throw in, just to... Namely because normally you don't get to face bash with Jubak. You want to keep him back because of that resolution, but because of Luther, you can face bash into the enemy with him. Unlike Ekratrez, where you have to pick heal or attack, Jubak you can just swing with and still get the rewards. So that's why we have Jubak. Caliban Knight. I took this for the flank foremost, but occasionally I'll drop Jaegers in play if there's nothing to flank and the energy curve is right. But generally, once you hit that energy turn 6, you give something -3, put this out, kill it, still there, have fun. That's adaptable. Secret Assembly. I love this card. Namely because there are so many Duplicitous legendaries that you can pull from it, and that you can get Atius, or you can get Master Ramiel. And those are both amazing. So it gives you 2 more troops to your hand that randomly reduce cost by 1. And generally it's going to be most of the troops from this deck. I think the one Duplicitous low-cost troop I'm not running is the... at least for in-faction, is that fellow that's like pay 1 energy, draw a card, if it's a tactic, something. I will get that through Secret Assembly, and it will actually help a lot, but I wasn't going to mainboard it. It's not about attacking with that one. Tarshian Squad. Oh yeah, 4/3 flank, fits the flank theme, 6 energy, blah blah blah. Vorax is absolutely mandatory in general when you play this faction, because if you go second, you get that 0-cost tactic, and that 0-cost tactic is give a unit with 3 or less attack sneak attack for the turn. That means you can play Vorax, give it sneak attack for the turn, and swing out for 6 damage, or 3 and 3, or if you have Ramiel, 5 and 5. well, you'd have to drop Ramiel after you drop the sneak attack, because you can give a troop sneak attack with that card, then buff its attack, and it keeps the sneak attack for the duration of the turn, so just mandatory. Yeah, the Felician 5th Airborne. It's a 5/3 stealth, so it's a thing that's hard for them to remove stick-wise, and then the next turn you give something -3 attack with 5 energy, play something with cost 3 or less, swing out for 5, and it just starts to roll out that board dominance. The Magron Veterans. It's 4/6, it's duplicitous, and it gains duplicitous again when it kills. It's just great. Adius. Oh, God, I love this troop, because it gives the entire enemy board -2 during your turn, including the enemy warlord, which saves you from having to spend your Luther power to get the enemy warlord to 0, and then you just bombard him and all of his troops in general, and in synergy with Luther, you can give -5 to a troop, throw all your troops into it, and kill it. Monster of Pythos. Same theory as the Felician squad. The Monster of Pythos is a 6/4 rally, gain stealth until your next turn. So, a little shorter duration on the stealth, but that extra health is really helpful in staying alive. Brand of Fire. Took this for the flank. You will actually also just win games by dealing 3 damage directly to the enemy warlord, and this is just a huge power troop that DOC has that you can instantly clear their whole board, lickety-split. Irresistible Charisma. There's a couple ways to really mess with Desperate Defense. Irresistible Charisma has got to be my favorite. Stick around to the last match. We're going to fight a DD Vulcan. He's going to pop off double Desperate Defense. We are going to beat him, and we're also going to permanently take control of one of his, what's that, infantry fellow 6/6. I love it. Aldoruk. Love this guy. Front line. I thought it was a nice sprinkle where I kind of have a somewhat low curve and not too much in the end game, and I thought this might be a fun way to have some, randomness about it. We'll see if it actually ever comes into play. I think maybe I get to deal 6 damage with it once. You can probably replace that. I don't know, maybe a Coriel Zeth or something. That's always a good pick. Especially because at 8 energy, it synergizes better with Luther Warlord power. Well, I ran it. Let's find out what happens. Got pretty high so far on ladder using what's considered the best worst warlord. I guess still better than many others. Let's see. Here's where we start our adventures. Yep. Beat up one of our own, Vulcan, Alfarius, Ralduron. Get to beat up a new guy. Nev, I can't believe, he's at 33, that's why. I'm like, how is Nev up here? Forex and that DD Vulcan for the finisher. Stay to the end. Love it. Dude.
Caliban is a dangerous place.
Caliban is a dangerous place.
Claim it was beautiful.
Bap. Yep, so he's getting out his troop. And another 1/1. So I thought the best thing to do here would be to clear his board. And thankfully, 3/2 means 1 health is just enough to stay on the board, and he'll have to take 3 damage still while I get rid of his Jaeger. And I now fork him between him making a new Jaeger and killing my 3/1. So he's gonna kill that and get a Jaeger, I guess. Oh, he's popping counterattack a little early. At least in my humble opinion. Because, I don't know. I learned that you usually want to save your sneak attack until later game. Just because, what if later I have a 6/4 and you need to face bash it? You saved yourself 3 there, but you could have saved yourself 6. And eventually, he will be in that moment, and unless he's worried about his hand size or wants to deny my remembrance order. So what happened there? I killed his guy, he rammed his guy into my guy, which got me a draw. Jaeger's, this is a terrible hand for curve. Come on, yes! Take it. It's not like he's gonna play Melgator or something on him, right? Please don't have Melgator. Of course, of course. Hate you. To be fair, though, if he does nothing else with his turn, he essentially would have spent 5 energy to deny my 5 energy. Okay, well, he kills his troop, so... He denied my troop and dealt 3 damage to me. That worked out. I'm a little surprised I played this fella first. I guess I figured because I'm not doing anything with my Warlord otherwise, it'll give me 2 damage free, and he will likely soak up a large amount of damage. Ooh, lucky me. He wanted that to land there. And now he's going to kill another Jaeger in the hopes of getting him. You think he'll succeed? No! I'm winning this through luck. Luck, 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 luck. Alrighty. I can get that down all the way to 0. Kill it with my guy. So now he can't face bash him off. And I can drop my 5-er again. The alternative would be that he would have taken 2 damage and I could have dropped an extra troop, but we can already see that that was totes worth it, because he only did 1. Can you 4 to me? Jesus. He just keeps hitting me. And it's so sad for him, because what that means is that I am going to punish him for that, in general. I can kill that, because I'm getting the free -2. I can hit him with both. Turning that HP around. Oh, yeah, drop a 6 and a 2. Yep, alright, that pops 2 of them. Good card. Always surprised to see Rain of Fire. It's great for wrapping around shields and Survivor, and it is a consistent 2 damage to the entire board as opposed to defense satellites, which is a little more random. Oh, yeah, sorry. This is how I win this one. Thank you. I totally forgot about that. Here I am, spouting off theory and... Oh, let's see what this Vulcan is. Is it a DD Vulcan who doesn't get DD? What happens? Ah, good turn, good turn. Good turn, we got the 2, 3, 4.
We are sons of Caliban.
We are sons of Caliban. Drop that troop. I love going for the face bashes with Luther. It's just very satisfying. Very. So my goal now is to totes clear his troop off the board, because I don't want him to be able to kill Jubok. So I will use both. Now my enemy is forked between trying to kill Jubok and pumping out another troop. Looks like he had a card to play anyway. Will he kill the troop or work towards Jubok? He works towards Jubok. Probably a good call in the long run, but that does allow me to have a very special turn here where I get to hit him for 4 damage for free. Because now I got both of them, they both hit, I still get a card, and next turn he will be swinging into Jubok once again. The surprising value of Luther. He's getting a structure from his deck. Bye. Yeah, we're gonna go with the 5 troop, leave this on standby, and go for the face bash. So, I like to not suicide my troops if I don't have to. I either want to make the enemy use his action like that. That's gonna be hard for me to kill. But I do have sabotage. So I'm gonna deny his free draw reduced 2. I can get it down to 1. So that my guy stays up at 5, and I can drop a troop. Hey, I got a Lucas. Nifty. Yep. Got punched by a mountain. Oof. There's his troop and mine. That was a good play for him overall. Alrighty. I got 7. What am I doing? I can't quite play my 2/4, so I'm going with Secret Assembly and hoping I get something low, like Lord Malkiel and an Astarte. I could face bash the troop, will I? Yeah. Not that he can face bash much anyway, but now he'll throw that into that. He'll probably create another troop. Maybe I shouldn't have face bashed. Maybe I should have gone for him. Because then he would have bashed. I don't know, it depends what he's doing with his energy this turn. Yeah? Was that all? Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have bashed. It would be one step closer to death. But I have the energy to pop out Lucas, and we can double face bash that. Now we're going for 1? Oof, should have gone for 2. I could have kept this guy alive another turn. Why did I keep him out? Well, yeah, and then if he had killed him, he wouldn't have killed him, though. Then I wouldn't have been... Yeah, well. There's 6 damage there for him. I could drop Brand of Fire, but I just felt like saving him in case DD happened in a way that he would help. Or that it was, you know, I have a couple options. Okay. Well, now he's up at 4 attack, so that's certainly going to cut my workout for me, but I can still get in some punches here without losing my stuff. He's gonna die, but... So sad. But he won't. And I can throw down a nice 5-er. The alternative would be 2 4s, but... No. Yep. 6 to the face. That is game. Could it have been game otherwise? Yeah, because I think... Oh no, with that 1 heal I would have done 4 and 3 for 7 and then 2 and 2. But because he dropped a big troop... Yoink. So the moral is that you win every game with irresistible charisma, and your opponent should always assume that you just always have irresistible charisma. So... it's like having Pride of the Emperor. They're doing it with their own troop. Alright, what do we got next? Alfarius. You know, I think this is one of those rare creatures. The Ladder Trapper. You don't see a lot of these. So, let's see how many traps he pops off. Oh, an F jukebox this game. I know what he pulls and I hate it.
No one's coming for you.
I'm not dropping jukebox yet, though. I remember this. The main reason for that is, usually these folks benefit from you having a big hand, so why would I want to throw something out early that makes my hand even bigger? So my hope is to play my hand down, and then wait to play jukebox on a later curve opportunity. And that way I'm out at hand size 6, and they're not stunning me and dropping stealthies and all sorts of shenanigans. So I'm deciding to build outward. I figure let's get another Jaeger out there. I can poke him and face bash him, and we're just going to leave it at that. Next turn, we're going to reduce him by 3, drop Drupok, and face bash with everything, and shoot with the Jaegers. That's the plan. Alright, well now a 3-2 might be going into him. See, look at all these traps. I haven't been keeping track, but it's a lot of traps. Will I draw a single one? We'll find out.
This is about victory. True victory.
This is about trap spamming. True trap spamming. Come on. Alright. Yep, get him down to 0. Got my Jubok. Get rid of that, because why let him keep getting off traps? Go ahead and hit him with my 3-3. Oh. I would rather have this be a 3-1 than this be a 3-2, and that be a 3-2. If he has a 2 damage all board wipe, he stays safe. It seemed to say, oh, this is what irks me. Create a copy in your hand of each trap in your opponent's deck. Technically speaking, my opponent has several traps in his deck, based on what I've seen so far. I feel like this Infiltrate maybe should give me his traps. Otherwise, it's a completely dud card for me, because I don't have traps. Alrighty. Yeah, let's just kill that without much penalty. We can use a new flanker for that. And maybe a Jaeger shot. You know what I should have done? I should have just thrown a 3-2 into it, because I'm not going to throw my 3-2 into him, am I? It would have been better to use Jubok. Oh, maybe. Going for it? No. Yeah, see, that was a mistake on my part. Should have thrown the troop into it. I could have done 1 more damage to him. No reason not to. He's already anti-duplicit. Hey, harrowing. Oh, that's going to be a neat treat. Alright, surely he's going to... I'm going to draw a trap now, right? Nice board stun. What do you think? No. No board stun. And we're just going to beat the 11 crit after. So we have 3, 6, 7, 3, 1, 1. That would have been 3, 6, 7, 10, 12, 14 if I had just bashed him myself. Oh, maybe that was a mistake giving him -3. Yeah, well. Who's next? Oh, is it my loss? Alrighty. I make a big mistake this game. I think I could have won this. So, learn from me, folks. Sometimes I don't think things very perfect. But, by watching my replays, and of course realizing it during the match in this case, hindsight can improve. But I essentially take an unnecessary... what? 7 extra damage than I would have needed to, and I would have been very set up for Brand of Fire had I not done what I did. So... this is going to be painful to watch. But we're going to end on some great notes, so stick around. Yeah, I figure if I'm going to sneak attack between a 2-attack target and a 3-attack target, might as well hit the 3-attack target. But my whole board's cleared. And in more way than one. He actually could have face bashed my 2-2 sneak attack. I think he forgot that he could. A little surprised he used up the 2-1. That's arbitrary. He would have rammed it into me instead. So the best I can do is bait his 4-3 into this instead of me. But my curve is really awful this game. That's part of why I lost. And now I definitely have to kill that, because he will get 2 extra attack if I let it die during his turn, so that's a good counterattack opportunity. For 4? I'll do counterattack for 4. And I think I'm pretty desperate at this point, because no play on energy turn 5. I go ahead and play Master Ramiel. Was that a good decision? It turns out it wasn't. Just trying to fill in the curve meant I gave him a flank troop, who took very little penalty. But my big mistake is coming right up. Now, for some reason, I get it in my head that I should face bash the 5-4. That's a mistake. That is a huge mistake. Because now, on the next turn, he will bash into me, the troop will die, he could possibly get off some Requiem, and he will get off an extra 2 damage with his face bashes. Very, very bad of me. Let's consider if I had not done that. He would have been left at 5-2, he wouldn't have gotten a card draw, or he might have played something else. I would have dropped Brand of Fire, killed the troop, flanked into whatever else he played, and because he didn't drop anything on that last 3 energy, now I get nothing. I suppose as a trade-off, I do get these 2 now, instead of Brand of Fire out. But we're going to see pretty quickly that that's not going to matter much, because he's going to clear my board of troops. Thusly giving himself more strength and an empty board. Irresistible Charisma can't win me the game if there's no troop to copy. So, whoops. Yeah, and at that point, we're done so. Go out like a man. Regret. So, I won't do that again. Alright. You got a fist. It's Imperial. Let's beat it up.
We are the sons of Caliban.
I am a soldier and an engineer.
Total great
of
opener.
stone.
Yeah. Or is he going to get Melgatored, or is he just going to pop out at 2-4? Probably going to pop out at 2-4. Nice. I could start widening my board, but I'm going to use this energy how I can, because otherwise my play options was play one of these two and then do nothing else. So. And for my troubles, I get a second Malkiel. No! There's the Melgator. I thought I remembered you. Which, totes understandable. Let's drop them both. That sound effect, that... I think it's the duplicitous sound effect. It's pretty strong. That is 4 energy for a 5/6. Did I let him have a board? Yeah, I did. Well, I have up to 7 energy. Let's use it. A 5 and a 2? Yeah. Which 2? 2-3 or the 3-2? Let's go with the 2-3. Better to try to save this just in case a stealth comes up later. Not that I've ever seen the Fisters use a stealth unit. But just in case. Thank you. I like the card draws. Dropping a 4 damage tactic on my poor... Or... I thought even maybe we would have put it here or something, but... Oh well. So, I want to get rid of this. Because I want board dominance. And this was the only way I could make it happen. If I could have done the -3 and then done those two, I would have, but... I'll take a 5/6 and a 4/3, both duplicitously. Oh, that's gonna die. Because now we got combo sauce. I can give it -3, plus that, -5, kill, kill. And finish with this one to retain duplicitous. And now I can drop a Jubok, or actually a squad. No, we're gonna go with the Jubok. Let's get the card draw going. Yes. I think it's about to quit. I think that because I don't recall having an opportunity to play this. But namely because also I can just kill his whole board with impunity.
This is not an escape.
That would have gone there, and then these two would have hit him, and then I would have healed my whole board 3, or my other troop 3. Ah, God, I love this. Why is nobody playing Luther? Alrighty.
We are the sons of Caliban.
Victory is vengeance.
So, my mulligans are pretty standardly, if there's not a 2-cost troop in it, I'm gonna cycle for it. If there is a 2, then I want a 3, and if there isn't, I'm gonna cycle for it. And I'm trying to play on curve in the beginning as much as I can, so that way things just flow. And so far, the curve's been pretty good, albeit that one loss where I also dealt 7 damage to myself and left myself with a terrible board state, because I just didn't think it through. But that's why we're here. For fun and learning. Flap. Killing it. That will make it harder to kill, but not impossible. Because we have Master Ramil. So for 5 energy, I can use these 2 troops to kill that. And I'm going to. Because why would I give him 4 damage to draw a card cycle shenanigans? It's not going to do that. So, killing. shame, because if that wasn't stunned, these guys could have retained their... Yep, he's gonna go for the strongest, highest cost troop there. Understandable. Alright, I'm gonna start punishing him as much as I can while I have this out. So I can reduce him, hit him for 7, and drop a 4 to keep up the board state. And for the love of God, never attack with your Ramiel unless you're winning the game. Like... Okay, what's up next? Sure. Because remember, folks, he can't target Ramiel because Duplicitous says that they cannot target it with attacks or abilities, unless it has frontline. So... Card drawing. Alrighty. Yeah, let's punish him some more. I can pump out 10 damage. Lord Malkiel, the Facer. And my 5. Welcome back. Yep. Missed opportunity there. He could have dropped that here and done 6 damage to it. Well, I mean, it dies anyway, so it's a technical wash. Either way, they were both dead, and he takes 3. Yeah. Well. Well. I'm just gonna face bash that out, because I have lots of health and I can afford it, so that way I can put maximum board pressure on. So yeah, he does a pretty good chunk of damage if I... Oh no, because next turn he does a pretty good chunk of damage. Because he does give himself the 4 stealth. So I'm gonna go fish for the anti-stealth troop. See if I get lucky. Nah. Alright, we'll drop a 3. And we'll drop a 1. And we'll leave it at that. Can he do 19 damage with 9 energy and 3 sentence? Let's find out. Okay, well, that's, a chunk. That's another chunk. He can face bash me for 5. So he's gonna need a
slight
drilling sight.
miscalculation.
Yeah. I think I drop a couple troops for giggles and then just face bash him as quickly as I can. At least I didn't, like, kill everything. Don't see a lot of nevs. Alrighty. We're actually going to save Vulcan for last. Let's just enjoy this bot match together, because... did I know it was a bot? I eventually figured it out, but he was actually playing fairly solid the whole time. And remember, when you're above 3k, you don't get to see their name, so kudos to this bot. I figured a Warlord power was coming out. There is a trick. I forgot this. If you use a chat to a bot in-game, I don't think it'll work here on the replay, the bot will talk back with the same voice line order-wise. So if you do the top one, they'll do the top one immediately. If they do the middle one, they'll do the middle one immediately. Bottom, bottom. They also tend to have a pretty consistent pacing with how much time they have between card plays, because they always make sure that a card fully resolves before they play the next one. Little detail. He's just clearing my board. So, if you really want to mess with people, this is big metagame time. You remember all the voice lines for all the people, and when they use theirs, time it and play the equal height one back to them. They will think you're a bot. You don't have to be perfect about the timing, but if you just consistently do the same one back reactively, they might actually start playing sloppy just because they think they have it. But I guess to do that, you'd also have to do things like bot placement, where you're just always going like every other side. There's a lot of nuances to how bots play and think. what order they do things in. Could be like they always do their warlord power last and then they do other things, or I don't know, it kind of depends. This is a minor misplay in that I'm going to give him one extra troop than I should have because he uses barge. That is an energy turn 6 option I wasn't considering. I mean, to be fair, it's still a good set to have. And yeah, I'll use this guy to take out 2 of the stronger ones. And then I can face bash that. I can kill that while staying alive. And then I can 4-drop a big stealthy. Well, this makes me sad. Because I can do 5, 6, 7, 8, but only if I throw my warlord into him. And I don't want to do that. So I can get him down to 2, which keeps my 5-3 alive. Get him down to 2 there. And then I'm just going to play out a little. My hand size is feeling a little low. Maybe I can fork him with Jubok. Sadly, I don't think I run very much infantry in my deck. That would have been like the one. These 2. So, to be fair, if I wasn't sure if I was playing a bot before, that told me. So, I can peck that off for a damage. I can reduce his attack and kill him with my 5-1. Reduce it. Kill with the 5-1. Hey! Top deck Contrador right after he does it. Good stuff. The Huevos Rancheras squad. 13th Breacher. Blap. Well, this is kind of obnoxious. Yeah, I'm actually throwing down Alderuk. And you know what I forgot? This is the one SOB, or one of 2, that destroys structures by attacking them. So I was really hoping that he would throw that into that, but he's a sufficiently smart bot. And just straight up kills it. But it will deal 6 damage for my trouble. And decisions. They're not always good ones. Ah, thank you. And I might as well use the flank there. Because I have decided to go for the throat. I don't care if he hits me for 16. I'll be safe. Could have I have won the game this turn, though? I believe I could have. Yeah, I actually just botched that. I could have used these 2 to bash into the wall, and then I could have just Contradored him and then hit him with everything else, and I think it would have been lethal. So I technically provided a turn of opportunity I didn't need to, but at 20 versus 4, I had won the game anyway. But always do your math before you just start seeing, like, that was the easy option. I'm like, oh, 3 damage there, perfect, and I just played it. And I didn't spend any time thinking, maybe I have lethal. Man, I'm just sloppy these days. Alright. Everybody hates DD Vulcan. Let's kill him. Let's do it.
We are the sons of Caliban.
So comes the moment.
Going for the face. So now, he doesn't have an opportunity to play a troop with his warlord, because his troop will necessarily live. Will he ram that troop into my 3-2? Absolutely. Sometimes I hate Vulcan. But the timing for this means that on this next turn, I deny him having a troop to face bash with. So this plays out very well for me, because now I can drop, say, some board control. And significantly, that the Jaegers are great at picking off those 2 1s. So, I can peck and face bash. And then have 4 energy to drop Jubok or something. Bash. And Jubok. The alternative, I could have reduced this attack by 3. I could have used these 2 to kill it. Then I could have played Lord Malkiel. But the Doombringer, I'll take a Doombringer. Rough. Oh. Oh, thank
This
this battle. Yeah, sadly he can still kill my Jubok, but that was just about the best defense satellite I could hope for. I go for this just because it's on curve, and I think I can get 10 damage out of it. Because there's 5, and let's see if it pays off. Yep. Well, we're gonna just keep this party going. He's up to 6. I can reduce him down to 2. 6 against that. He stays alive. Winning. Could I have played Vorax? Yes, but I could not have given it counterattack because it would already have the buff, so. Hey, I'm sure that's not gonna win me the game. Alrighty. Pop the power, drop the 2. Pop the power. What? What's wrong with me? Was I confused? That was a misplay on my part. I must not have thought he could. Whiff. Yeah, so I thought this was pretty funny. Really should have had that 2-3 out. Unless did I already pop it and I'm just... Ah, well. Well, now he's gone for good. F that. So, I take a pretty greedy stance here. I'm sacrificing my guy and face bashing it just to get up my own Doombringer. Yep. I had done some math. I thought, what if I irresistible charisma and I double face bashed him for 14, then I could face bash him for another 3, and then both of those would tick. It would get him down to 1 HP, and he wouldn't be dead, and he would still have his Doombringer, and life would be sad. This is perfect for irresistible charisma. Watch. I'll take that. I'll throw that into the other troop with at least 6 attack. He dies, I get this copy forever. Because it's a new troop. And the troop that you give back is only the one that you take control of. Hey, that twofer actually came in handy later. Wow. Sometimes things just work out. Double! Son of a... And he gets another one. I'm mad.
Days long
I'm
gone,
mad.
you would have died for this.
Pretty mad. Alright, so how could we punish him for this? Well, I could certainly deny his front line there. And now it's just a troop. So that's good. I can reduce this attack. So that way my 2-3 survives. This will deal 2 damage to the board, killing that. And then I'll drop 8 energy worth of troops. And just leave it at that. He does jam away the very effect that he creates. Sure. That's game, folks. I have lethal. 5 into the troop, 7 into the warlord, 5 into the warlord. That's game. But, you know, for giggles, I guess I can just make sure my troops survive. Oh, really? The extra flex. Unnecessary. Uncool, Karmatos. But it was a DD Vulcan, so... Well, I hope you liked this. I'm enjoying my 95 theses of fun. If you like this, like it. If you want to see more like it, subscribe. Share this with your friends. I should be getting some reveal cards here today or tomorrow to make a video on, so look out for that, probably in the upcoming week. Haven't technically got confirmation yet, but there might be an email sitting in my box. So, Comatose loves ya. Thanks for watching. We're real close to 1,000. Let's do it. 1,000 subs. Yeah. Bye.